Cardi B came out. I saw her like little promo video she did on Instagram. Was like, hey guys, like the video is dropping at midnight, but you need to go listen to the real song because YouTube doesn't let us say a lot of things that are in the real song on YouTube. So it's the clean version in the video, but you need to watch the dirty version, which is kind of genius, right? Because like, you get hella streams on your video, and then people are gonna go see what the real tea is on the song. But so first I listened to the song, and my first thought was, we can't even be in the club for this, right? Like this is very much like my neck, my back, like that kind of song. Like you want to be in the club. Like no one's driving in their car listening to. I mean, I'm sure someone is, but you know what I mean. Like it's not that kind of song for me. And then so I heard it and just like it was just very raunchy, you know, that vibe. Really? And then we watched the video. So I personally didn't like the song. I felt like Megan, like I told you, like washed Cardi on her own song. She rapped better. Sounded better. I don't know, just in my opinion.
For some reason, I feel like Cardi did pretty good, and I thought she looked better than Megan.
Yeah, in the video. Yeah, in the video.
What's a Cardi song, huh?
Yeah, it's a Cardi song.
Featuring
Megan. Yeah. But what I didn't realize until later on, we were watching other videos. We watched Trolls, like later on, which I love that video and I've seen it a million times. But we watched it again a little after we had watched WAP, and I was like, dude, not to be a Barb right now, like not to be a Nicki stan, but they totally totally ripped off Trolls to make WAP, because Trolls is like the spiral, like they're eating cotton candy, like Willy Wonka vibe, and then she's like twerking in the water, and all of those things happen in the WAP video, like the swirly, like illusion type Willy Wonka vibe.
Yeah, you gave a really good parallel on that because I didn't even see that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be that fan right now, but it seems pretty obvious that they kind of ripped off, obviously with a way higher budget and, you know, a full studio setup vibe, whatever. But I liked the video. I thought it was creative and
the WAP video? You thought it was creative?
I thought it was executed creatively, and I liked the choreography. How do you feel? I know people were the main topic I guess would be Kylie Jenner, her cameo. People were signing petitions like 50,000
I know.
signatures.
I think that's a little extensive, but I definitely thought it was just random. But once we started talking about it, how her walking in, opening up a door was kind of like a symbolic message, and then it's into Cardi, and then all the doors are opening into all those other girls. So in that way that I kind of understood it after we talked about it, but just, at first glance I was like, what does this bitch have to do with Cardi B, with Megan, like with the song? Obviously she doesn't sing, she doesn't dance, like I didn't get it.
Yeah, because all the other cameos that Cardi B had, like from Normani and Ruby Rose, and I forgot Mulatto, and all those other girls, they're actually rappers or artists or whatever. So yeah, that's I guess why people were mad. Like there were so many big artists she could have given that opportunity to instead of Kylie Jenner and all this stuff. And my argument was, but those girls aren't Kylie Jenner. Like that's the whole point, is that it's Kylie Jenner. Like that's kind of Cardi B's way of, you know, flexing to the world, like Kylie's in my video, you know what I mean? Kylie showed up, and I had the budget to get Kylie here, exactly. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that's not a cheap ass extra you get in your music video, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I like how you said too, you were like I'm cool with Kylie, enough for her to be like on my video, for her to even say yes to be in something like that.
To me, it was a message in itself, right? Yeah. And people, it was going over their heads like always, and they're like, oh no, she could have put Sweetie in that scene, and it's like,
that was,
went over your head. No one's gonna be talking about Sweetie in that scene. Everyone's signing petitions and all this stuff. It's exactly
the point. The point
yeah.
is to,
yeah,
that makes sense. You would expect Saweetie to be in it. You know what I mean? And that would have been really cool. But what would be like internet breaking?
Yeah,
Kylie Jenner.
exactly. And then another thing that I noted that I forgot to tell you about was that Kylie Jenner posted a behind the scenes photo on set, and it's of her and Cardi B getting glam done, I guess, next to each other, and you can see Kris Jenner recording in the back.
Sick.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. Reminiscent of the Playboy shoot that Kim did, where she's recording Kim shooting nude for Playboy.
Yeah.
And then that's when it but this was after the whole Kanye tweets about Kris Jenner exploiting her kids.
Okay, right.
So I was like, this is so funny to me because it was kind of, I don't know, if you're paying attention to every little thing that's happening, to me it was damn, that was kind of shady. Not shady, but haha, yeah, my mom's here too, recording me, exploiting me.
What she gets paid to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
I mean, that is her manager, right? But
I like how you were just watch this, tell me what you think. And one, I just again, I didn't really like the song. I thought the music video was okay. I did like how they had choreography, but it kind of just felt like entertainment value more than a deep meaning. And then how you're just during this time to drop a song like that, nobody's going to the club. What was this song's kind of purpose?
Yeah, I just think that's the regular scheduled programming. That's just what they do. They weren't thinking these people, because if you ask them, they'd probably be I don't know. For instance, what was Cardi saying the other day? It's you guys pay me, you guys buy my shit, you guys stream my shit. If you guys want me to make conscious music, then stop streaming this and then go stream conscious music, and I'll go and make that. Right? Make that hot and I'll go do that. For her, it's why should I stop doing what I do? Why should I stop working? This is what makes me money. Why would I stop doing that? Especially if it's Black Lives Matter. Megan's back, she's gonna get okay, I'm gonna go and keep getting my money. I understand that it's okay, but right now we should be talking about other things, but it's okay, well, look at the other things that people have been making songs and doing things like that. Nobody cares. It's not streaming, it's not, people still want, in a way, the distraction. And I think it goes back again to I always talk about our conditioning. We want those distractions. We got over bombarded with all this stuff of man, I gotta be doing this and be active in this and do that. I feel a lot of people right now are burning out. Remember when everything was happening? I felt it was okay, when I first saw it and everybody going hard and posting every day, 3-4 times a day about this specific topic, I'm man, I wonder if they can keep this same energy, if they can withstand this more than a week or two. And that's exactly what happened. About a week or two happened, and then people slowly were posting if your feed's back to normal, things are still messed up out here, whatever. And it's yeah, I know, we're so used to that type of conditioning of the okay, things are okay, songs to play in the club and things to distract us. We want it too. And that opens up the market for it. Everything's just nothing's changed. Nothing has really changed.
I agree.
But I liked what Sydney had said, was kind of just you have this platform during this time, and it is her preference. That is the way she makes her money, but it's kind of why don't you use it for something else? You know what I mean?
She wouldn't make any more money.
Of course she would. She's gonna make money no matter what. She already has built herself up to a point where, yeah. So that's why
I think it's the risk that comes with her going into that lane.
Definitely.
Because Cardi B isn't the most brightest bulb in the pack, all right? So she could say some things wrong or have, not say she has bad intentions, but could, misconstrue a message or piss a group of people off. And that's just too much of a risk, I think, for her at this point, where she's just she's at, some would say Beyonce, Rihanna level. She's not going to take that risk of, potentially pissing people off.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's why she doesn't
Plus, I don't want to hear what Cardi B has to say about these issues. She's not the person I look for to talk about these things. I'm like, it's fine. Like, to me, I'm like, it's fine. What bothers me is everybody's attention to it. That's the one that I'm like, okay, I understand that it's their job to go and make that music. I'm still mad, not mad, but like putting the responsibility again on the consumer, because I'm like, okay, you guys, the reason, you know, this is even happening is because of how we choose to consume and who we put in power by our consumption.
Yeah.
So it's just the same thing to me where I'm like, I don't care that Cardi B is making this kind of music with her platform because this is what her platform is built on. I don't want to hear you say these things that you don't really know what you're talking about anyways. But I'm more upset at everybody's like attention to it. It's like, okay, everybody went and tuned in and we all went and watched it and we're all talking about it and tweeting about it, and it's like, is that what we're giving our energy to?